This is Lifeline. Lifeline presents Bring It To You Game by Lifeline. We got a guest in the building. Jay, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. We're gonna get right to it. We don't play around with this. We got three cards from the relationship game. We got two blue cards and a yellow card. So we got two my mate cards. So I'm gonna
Okay.
get into this card right here. My mate, sense of humor. Someone able to appreciate and laugh at jokes. Is it a must? B, preferred. C, conversation. D, a deal breaker. Answer, then explain why you chose that answer.
Preferred. I don't have to laugh at all their jokes and they don't have to laugh at mine. However, if we're able to have fun, we can make light of different situations. And so, yes, I do prefer to be able to laugh and, just be, silly with each other. I feel like it's good, that we can laugh and just kind of, maybe we're going through a stressful day, and maybe we're able to make light of a situation because we are able to laugh and kind of, just be silly.
I got you. I got you. It's a must for me, because I'm super silly and I like to joke all the time, and I don't need nobody who can't take jokes or who can't even appreciate a good joke, who can't appreciate a good laugh. Like life is serious enough, and we already have things going on in life, and
Mm-hmm.
and the way to I call it the get back. The way I get back is laughing at things. That makes my
Mm-hmm.
heart feel good when I have a good laugh. So
Mm-hmm.
life is already stressful. So my mate, if they're gonna be a part of me, they need to have at least a sense of humor. You don't have to have my level. You ain't got to be a comedian or nothing, but you got to be appreciate good humor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay. So let's go to blank and why. It's a yellow card. Blank and why. I prefer out of these choices and why. A, great lover. B, great financial drive. C, great chemistry. D, great personality. A, well, answer, then explain why you chose that answer.
Okay. I will go with chemistry.
Okay.
I choose chemistry because chemistry is the initial attraction for many. If we don't have some sort of chemistry, I feel like that's the beginning of anything that could any interest, so to speak. And there are different layers of chemistry. You have romantic, you have intellectual, you have just surface level. But I do believe that chemistry is very important. If you don't have chemistry, I don't know. I just feel like chemistry will help foster the relationship or whatever it is you're trying to do. But it's important because, again, it's that initial connection that two may have when they encounter each other.
Yes. I agree too. Great chemistry. I want to give the feedback on personality, but then personality comes with the chemistry as well.
As
So I'm a
exactly.
lean back on chemistry. So I'm like you. When you have good chemistry with somebody, you don't mind being around them.
That's right.
It helps
Hmm.
you enjoy them more.
Right.
I don't know if chemistry comes with having in common, or because sometimes you have just electric chemistry when you're around somebody, you feel like your hearts connect, or not to say too crazy or too romantic or something, but I just
Right.
feel like y'all on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
So you
And can
have the same. Wait, go ahead.
Yeah. And I was going to add that if you have great chemistry, you will have that, that great personality over time. And I think they'll become great lovers if that chemistry is there. So all those other three choices, you're going to get those if that chemistry is there.
Correct. I believe so. So it's very important to me as well.
Hmm.
All right. The last question out of the three questions, I'm gonna hit you with a bonus question too.
Okay.
But it's the my mate card. It's physical contact. Someone who is touchy-feely person, rubbing and caressing. Is it a must? B, preferred. C, conversation. D, a deal breaker. Answer, then explain why you chose that answer.
Well, I would say preferred. You don't have to be overly, touchy feely, but it is nice to have your partner kind of, to caress you or rub you, maybe your thigh while you're watching a movie or whatever. It just lets you know that they are present and that they do know that you're there. You know what I mean? Like you all are able to experience each other and kind of feed off of each other. And I think I think caressing and rubbing is good.
I believe so too. It's preferred for me.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely preferred. I love the I'm a touchy feely person myself, and I
Mm-hmm.
love to have a touchy feely person that can receive it and give it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just want to, like you said, when you lay in there, a little bit of touch is reassuring and
Mm-hmm.
feel good about yourself, and it shows that your person is in tune with you, or even that they show an affection.
Correct.
I just have to, if they, it's kind of funny, but I just don't like to be groped.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people go straight to the trunk, It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you want to go there, at least touch me some other places before you go right there. Because now
Yeah.
I feel a little bit different?
Right.
Like now, this is the bonus question right here. This
Okay.
is a blank and white card. So this is an open question. You can answer freely how you feel.
Okay.
It said, I love it when my mate and I blank and why. This is bonus, so you answer freely. Answer, then explain why you chose your answer. So, what do you love it that you and your mate do?
I love for my mate and I to just cuddle. Maybe we're watching a movie, maybe having a glass of wine. A little bit of light conversation is also important. I think it gives us time to like kind of connect, and just whether it's about the movie or about something that we previously talked about. But it just gives us a little bit of that intimate time together, just to be able to enjoy one another. So the cuddling, yes, I'm all for cuddling with my guy.
Okay, that's great. I feel the same, but I think is the quality time conversation.
Hmm.
The cuddling as well, because I feel like you could get to that, but a stimulating conversation, and it don't have to be about us. It could just be about life,
Hmm.
be about situations that happen. I feel like, when I'm dating someone that know how to articulate themselves and know how to be engaged with you, to share things with you and have insight, because sometimes my scope don't see it the way it might need to be.
Hmm.
So when I'm with my mate and we share our day or what we got going on, just that conversation holds a lot, because it makes me feel like at times I'm not alone. When you have a mate that could take some of your things that's going through your head,
Hmm.
they could put it through their filter and give it back to you in a way you couldn't see it.
That's right.
So
That's
that's
right.
that's what I love. Me and my mate, when we just sit there and just converse about different things and we just feedback, it just make me feel good.
Hmm.
Okay.
I agree.
Now we're gonna get to the open dialogue. So you can feel free to go however you want to go with these questions.
Okay.
First question is, oh, single until married. Just tell me what you think about it. Tell me, it's just open dialogue and we could share different ways. So, but open, single until married. I don't know when it's been coined or when the movement happened, but are you familiar with the movement and what you think about it? Or what does it
Yes,
mean to you?
I'm familiar with the movement. I've heard some women say, "I am single until married," and I think, and I can only go based upon what I've heard. I don't personally subscribe to it or believe in it, because I do believe that there should be some sort of courtmanship that should be taking place over the course of you all getting to know each other. So if you are not courting, which could at some point lead into an engagement and then marriage, how is your end goal marriage when you're not willing to go through the different steps? So if you are saying that I'm single until married, are you saying that because that's really your position, or are you saying, you know what, I'm not going to commit to him until he commits to me? So I guess it's just based upon personal preference and how men or women choose to conduct themselves, as they're dating.
Yeah, I hate this term.
Or no,
I hate this term. And even
most
when
people do.
we say,
A lot of people do.
yeah, I hate this term. And I'm just starting this podcast, and I know certain topics or certain views people want to agree with the masses to get followers and stuff. I'm just not him. And to hear this, it don't make me want to fight for a person who has this mentality.
Yeah.
Because when you're single, that means you by yourself. And if I'm dealing with a person that have a body himself mentality, what do we have to build on?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see men running around saying that like, and then I know the feedback where they act, they do it, but it's still a difference in me saying it. Like that's like me going on a date with you and you spending all this money on me. And I'm like, well, I'm single until I'm married. It's like, you won't get another one. It's possible that maybe I'll fall back and start courting somebody else
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't display that be appreciative of the journey of getting married.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like they either want start or ending,
Right.
no in between.
Well, that sounds like there's no in between. That I'm single until married. You know.
Yeah, so and I understand I got a couple of dudes that believe that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know we never spoke on that until they started saying it.
I just personally believe that a lot of I think men actually act it out, so to speak, and women are verbalizing it. So you have someone who's being verbal, and then you have someone who's actually carrying out the action of I'm single until married.
So
So I think it's all preference. You know what I mean? Like it's and like you said, the journey in which you want to go on in your courtmanship or whatever. Um, but I still stand on. I feel like men have been doing this for years. Maybe women are just now coming along, with this new trend of, well, until he claims me, and then I'm not going to claim him. But again, are you in a committed relationship or you're not? So I kind of feel like there needs to be a conversation so that there's some clear boundaries and some clear discussion going on, so that no one feels, oh, well, I'm giving this person my all, but yet my other partner is not, they're not on the same wavelength as I am. So it's a conversation.
yeah, it's definitely a conversation. It's a conversation. If I was courting somebody, it's a conversation I want to have because I don't have no empathy of somebody that make decisions. Like sometimes you can over compromise or
Hmm.
over adjust. That's
Okay.
the word. Over adjust. So just because I've been treated this bad, now I'm gonna become the killer
Mm.
because I've
Hmm.
been the victim. Like you
Right.
gotta, you gotta, you gotta put a line in between doing what you don't like.
Hmm.
And a lot of times I hear people, well, we've been done this, so we got to do this.
Well,
It's all cool until you get it done again. Even when you have this, because I know guys in the street that are killers, and then when somebody from them team get killed, it's like they don't understand how somebody could kill.
it changes the
Oh,
game.
like this
Yeah.
is what it is. So if you
Hmm.
subscribe to that mentality, then whatever happens, be appreciative. What like accept it because you subscribe to it.
Hmm. Hmm.
You was get ready to say something. What you
I
got?
was, I was, I forgot, but it's okay. We can listen.
Okay.
We can talk about this topic all day long, but
Okay, definitely, definitely. All right, so let's get back to this question right here with the open dialogue. Is can men and women have relationships and be platonic?
mhm.
What's your views on that?
Personally, I say no. And I say no because for me, I feel like women have become men.
Mm,
Okay. Women are doing some of the same thing that men have been doing. And a lot of times I feel like you might start out as platonic, but at some point, if clear boundaries are not set, will overstep their boundaries.
mm.
That's just my personal opinion.
I got you. I got
Now,
you.
some may. I'm sure there are many people that disagree, but for me, that's my stance. That's what I stand on. And you know, if you have a significant other and they have friends of the opposite sex, as long as that person is setting clear boundaries with those female or male friends, I think it could be okay. But again, you have to know that your significant other or they're setting some clear boundaries.
Well, this one. So you jump into the next question, but this ain't about.
Okay.
This is just about men and women being platonic. We ain't talk about being in a relationship and being platonic with a friend. We ain't talk about that. That's for the second half of the question. We just
Oh,
talking about, can men and women
be
be
platonic.
platonic? Like, can they have relationships with each other without crossing the line and making it sexual?
It's possible.
You said it's possible? Okay.
It's possible.
Let me chime in a little bit. I believe it's possible as well with healthy boundaries.
Right.
With healthy boundaries and just understanding, like I've crossed the line a few times. I've lost a lot of good friends because we got intimate and we might have became friends later on, but from the time from being intimate to you trying to go back to them being your friend again,
Hmm.
like they wasn't really open to my new relationships or my new situations, or they might have questioned why I didn't see them like that. But and
Mm.
we didn't start like that, you know?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
therefore, and then it hurt me too because, you know, well, I'm different because I could sleep with a friend and still be cool with them, you know. But
Hmm.
because if we friends, we friends. Like we gotta. I just believe if you choose what side you on, let's just do that side. And if we cross that side, we could still, because it's all about agreeing. I believe a relationship is about agreeing. But when it comes to men and women, I believe you can be platonic. You really can. But it just got to be understood by both people. And then the person that want to keep it more than others, stand on what you say. Because one person can want it. One person could be attracted to you, and you could be attracted to them. But if
Hmm.
it takes two to tango.
True.
So if one person stand their ground, it
Hmm.
can be platonic.
But will they? That's the question.
Well, it depends on circumstances and situations. I guess
And
it,
then, and then I have something I want to ask. So, you said that you have slept with friends, right?
yeah.
Um, is that something that friends do?
No, it's not something that friends do. It's something that adults do. And when you cross the line with situations, people are human and people make mistakes,
Okay.
and and you have to live with them. You know,
Right. Okay.
And the thing about mine was I wasn't in a relationship, so I mean,
So you were
we
okay with
shouldn't
it.
have crossed them because it jeopardized our friendship. But we both was consenting adults.
Right. And you all didn't hurt anybody.
Nah, we hurt the relationship though. It
Yeah,
took.
I mean, but you didn't hurt significant others.
Nah, we
Like
didn't
you
have. We
said,
both
you
were
were single
single.
and that person was single.
And we both were single, so we both wasn't in relationships at the time. So it was actually convenient,
Hmm.
but then, it gets different because if you single and you converse with the opposite sex,
Hmm.
especially if it's on a regular, like whatever, y'all could even use each other for whatever y'all common thing is. And the person
Hmm.
didn't live in a state with me either. So it wasn't like, but it's just a simple fact that when we crossed the line, it got a little different.
Change the dynamic of the friendship.
Yeah, like if the person was in town, it would have been way different. It's inconvenient for me that we could have did it and been cool with it because you gotta, go back home. But I didn't know
Hmm.
that energy transferred like that. So, but anyway, let me get to the last question. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty much what you hit it on. Um, can your mate have, have you heard I said mate? I yelled at, can your mates have
Hmm.
opposite sex friends?
I prefer my mate not having opposite sex. And it's yeah, I prefer them not. Um, and you want me to elaborate a little bit?
You can talk
My
how you feel freely. It's open dialogue.
Okay. So my mate, when my mate and I, we crossed this bridge of him having female friends, and it was very uncomfortable from the start of the relationship. But over time, I'm kind of adapting to the new norm, so to speak, because he's expressed that he's had these friendships for years. Um, and as long as they're a healthy boundary set, then I can kind of embrace it. And I do trust that he's setting healthy boundaries. And as long as those boundaries are set, then I can be okay with it because he does provide the boundaries and the reassurance. So I can kind of, get with that sort of friendship, even though I'm not comfortable and I don't like it. I'm trying to embrace it. I have embraced it. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's definitely possible, and I'm an avid long relationship friends. I got friends with people I've been intimate with, and I'm in a relationship as well. And people I've been intimate with that we haven't been intimate with over a decade, but we was
Mm-hmm.
better as friends. It wasn't no long, drawn out relationship or anything like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
I have friends that classmates I haven't slept with, like classmates from the fourth grade.
Mm-hmm.
So it's over 40 years of friendship. Now we wasn't always friends because with social media, link back up and you talk and you in these little groups. So I don't have a problem with it. I feel like boundaries are important. I got this
Mm-hmm.
from therapists. I got this from just living.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that once it's in the open, that's why
Mm-hmm.
anytime I get in a relationship, I let the female know I have female friends. I let you know this early because I want the person to decide if they're capable of having a relationship with a person that have female friends. And they can even ask me, who are your real friends? Because we have associates too. And when sometimes we have people that we just ain't crossed that bridge yet, but they know it's an attraction there. So I had
Mm-hmm.
those friends, and those friends, once I got a serious relationship, I had to cut those friends off,
Right. Right.
because we had an attraction and we exchanged numbers to kind of get up. It just never happened yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So those friends I had to eliminate. I had to step away, tell them I'm into something or whatever the case may be. But my other friends that I value, I had to tell my mate like this person and this person. These are my real good friends. And I have other female friends too, but we don't chop it up like these. But these two people, one
Mm-hmm.
I slept with years ago, 14 years ago, and one I never have. These are my good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I feel like once you're transparent, and with me, I could receive that too. Just be transparent with me. Because
Right.
realistically, me being 50 years old, ain't no way I'm gonna meet somebody 45, 46, 51, or whatever that don't know no opposite sex person.
Right. That's right.
So I'd rather set the stage to be like, these are my friends.
Mm-hmm.
They come with me, and this is how I taught them. You can meet them. We could do whatever. These are the
Right.
ones I've slept with,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then it's in the open. And then I could gauge if it's uncomfortable, but hiding it makes it different because now I can't trust you.
Right. 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 You know what? And recently, my guy and I, we had gone to a Halloween party, and he was transparent with me. I didn't know that until I got there that he had had an interaction with this particular female. But because he had told me, I wasn't upset and I was able to embrace it and actually have a good time in that setting. But it goes back to what you said about being transparent and just being honest, like just laying it out there. Because again, when you do that, you allow your person the opportunity to say, you know what, I can get with this, or either I can't. You
Yeah.
allow them to choose.
Yeah. And,
So, yeah.
yeah, that's big. That's big. And I always remember, I know she gonna kill me. She ain't gonna watch this anyway. But my ex-wife, right? And this doesn't even tie in, but it just shows that it's unrealistic. Like I could say other relationships, but I always remember this. When my son's mother, she would call, and I'd be right there laying on the couch with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we had a child together at the time. She would call, and I would speak to her, and the young lady would ask about my mother, uh, my cousin, because she'd been around. And I would say this, that, oh, my mother doing fine, this, that, and I'll hang up. Bam. And so why the hell, why you gotta talk to her? I'm like, I'm being cordial. Like
Right.
she's not even my favorite people or nothing like that. And I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
it in front of you, you know?
Right. Right.
And then we broke up, she would ask me about people. You feel me? And you want
Mm-hmm.
me, I still talk to her. I told her, it's funny because you're doing what she did,
Mm-hmm.
but it's cool.
Right.
The point I'm trying to make is people try to control other people
Mm-hmm.
because it makes them feel more comfortable. But I operate in a space of reality.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is people going to have relationships with other people. And you got to give them enough trust especially when they keep it transparent, for you to trust them. Like you could say you trust them, but if you never trust them, if you're trying to control them, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it, Jay. That's it. I mean, unless you want to add into something, that's pretty much
No,
you're gonna be the dead horse. I enjoyed your conversation, you know.
likewise.
And let me ask you one question though.
Okay. All right.
One question. All right. When it comes to when you found your person, right, that you with now,
Mm-hmm.
was you open to find somebody or the situation found you?
Both.
Mm,
I
explain.
was open to finding someone, but I also feel like my situation found me because of the connection and the chemistry.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I didn't want a situation.
Okay.
I didn't want when I met my person, I didn't want a situation. I was cool with operating in a space of not being accountable.
Okay.
And it wasn't to not be loyal, but
Mm-hmm.
it was just not to be accountable. Because I had things I was working on. I had things that was important to me. So at the
Mm-hmm.
time I was trying to put a lot of focus on projects and things I wanted to work on. So
Right.
relationship really wasn't what I was searching for. It's just sometimes you get situations that's brought to you that you know that's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore you don't know if you could be able to spend the block or if you can get an opportunity for this caliber of woman.
Gotcha.
So therefore I just stood strong and just hoping for the best.
Hmm. Okay.
All right, Jay. Well, I ain't gonna hold you. Thanks for answering the questions, and hopefully you have a enjoy the rest of your Sunday today. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday and
Well,
wrap it up.
thank you so much for having me on the show.
All right. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.